Welcome back, Nick and Lex here. Thank you so much for joining me to another episode of Music with Nick. Today I'm super excited. Remember this awesome marathon JK put together by Squeeze? Well, today we're getting number deuce. I'm super excited to do this. I had such a blast with the first one. They're such an interesting band, and if you haven't seen the first one, go and watch the first one. Just type in Nick and Lex Squeeze Marathon and you'll be able to watch it. If not, we can do this second one together. So thanks again so much, for putting this together. JK, I do appreciate it, and we're going to have a lot of fun. So let me get through the music. Give me 1 second here. Right here. So Squeeze, we're going to start it off with Up the Junction by Cool for Cats. That's the album from 1979. Really cool. We're going to then follow it with Pulling Mussels from the Shell. Mussels. I don't know. You have to tell me. Also, the album name is Argy Bargy. Argy Bargy. Okay. 1980. All right. Then, oh, cool. This is another number song. 853-5937. Okay, by Squeeze, Babylon and On. 1987. That's the, I remember that album. Then Some Fantastic Place from the album Some Fantastic Place, a 93. And last one is Annie Get Your Gun. This is from Classic Volume number Classic Volume 25, 1988. I guess, I don't know if that's like a best of, and I'll add some. I'm not gonna add Squeeze because they're all Sony. I'm just gonna add some Todd Rundgren at the end. I know that JK likes him and I like him, so just to cover our behinds if they block it, because it's all Squeeze. Because I did see the first Squeeze, I looked at the overall, it did get blocked, but I was able to dispute it. I don't know what I did, but I wasn't using Warner back in the day, so it was harder. Just wanted to make it a bit easy on me, just in case if they block it. All right, so here we go with Up the Junction. And again, thank you so much everyone for being here, for joining in. And let's go with some Squeeze. Let's go. Just hear that they are like influenced by the Beatles, like, but obviously, and it doesn't even sound 70s at all. It sounds like 80s, 90s, you know. But it says here, as one of the most traditional pop bands of the new wave, Squeeze provided one of the links between classic British guitar pop and post-punk, inspired heavily by the Beatles and the Kings. Squeeze were the vehicle for the songwriting of Chris DeFord and Glenn Tilbrook, who were hailed as their heirs to Lennon and McCartney. McCartney's throne during their heyday in the early 80s. Wow, cool. Very cool to know. Yeah, I was just like, that sounds so Beatlesque, you know? Really cool. I love it.
The devil came and took me from Barter Street to Bookie. No more nights by the telly, no more nights nappy smelling. Alone here in the kitchen, I feel there's something missing. I beg for some forgiveness, but begging's not my business. And she won't write a letter, though I always tell her. And so it's my assumption I'm really up the junction.
It's just like the style, you know, it's so radio friendly. It's so easy to listen to. There's nice lyrics. It's a nice short story. Some like like what he was doing there. It's just so feel good, you know. It's so easy to get into, and it's like you just put it on. You don't have to think too much. You don't have to pay too much attention. I mean, I'm paying attention right now, and you are, I'm sure. But as a whole, you know, you can just put it on and enjoy the music and relax. But you can't do that with certain bands, you know. Like, I mean, yes, if you've heard like Dark Side of the Moon like 300 times as I have, then you put it on and it's just background music. But usually those albums, you know, something like this or Genesis or Yes or whatever, they demand some attention, you know. I mean, I guess you know what I'm talking about. It's just, this is what I like about this music, that it's just something that you can put on and just, you know, have on in the background, and it's nice, and you can hum along and maybe even get stuck for a you're like, you know, like that happens. It doesn't really happen with like For the Fifth, you know, like that you just hum, you know. So yeah, I think I guess, you know, I'm sure you understand what I'm talking about. Okay, this was a great opener, but it didn't even sound 70s. It sounded more like mid 80s or even 90s. Like just so the production is so good and rich, you know. All right, so this is the weird one here, the Argy Bargy song, Pulling Mussels. I don't think if it's Mussels. Mussels, that's how you spell Mussels. I think it's Mussels. And then From the Shell. Let's give it a listen.
They do it down on canvas stands, they do it at Waikiki. Lazing about the beach all day at night, the cricket's creepy. Squinting faces at the sky. A Harold Robbins paperback. Surfers drop their boards and dry. And everybody wants a hat. But behind the chalet, my holidays shell.
I love that they always have an. Oh, what was that? Okay, it was the next one. Yeah, Spotify's being weird. I love that. Like, again, this was. I love the palm muting. The bass here was very like, very active and very like. There was a lot of like interplay, and again, super catchy. The lyrics are really good. You know. Like when he says, I feel like William Tell pulling muscles from a shell. The lyrics change because the next song is on now, but it was very fun again. You know, like they're just like something about them. Like they're just, I don't know, like very entertaining, short and sweet, catchy. It's not too much, you know. It's just like easy listen, you know, easy to listen to. Like I love that. You know, it's just like, but the bass, I was literally like for a second there, I was just like focusing on the bass. I was like, wow, that's very complicated stuff. So it's just, I guess it sounds easier than it is, you know. But so far so good. I love also that there's, you know, one song out of 5 like different albums, you know. So we're experiencing like a little bit of everything from their, you know, from their styles. And also the first one, the first Squeeze marathon, I guess, you know, just to listen to both of them is gonna be fun, you know. All right, so this is so we just did a song. Which marathon was that? And even Alexa today was like, oh my god, you did that. Let's see, give me 1 second, I have it right here. This one, 8675309, you know. So here we have 8535937, and she's like, oh my god, you did that. You know, I love that she like recognized that. She was like, so I guess now we have more digits, right? Yeah. So 2 more. I guess, I don't know if that's every decade, or you have to tell me that. But yeah, so another song with a phone number. The other one was the also oh yeah, it was. Wait a minute. Was this by? This was the one hit wonder. Yeah, that was also by J.K. So he's into those number songs, huh? All right. Okay, here we go with Squeeze. 853 5937. I'm not gonna sing it. Here we go. Babylon and On. 53593. Okay, let's start it again. Here we go. 8535937. Angela, come make it to the phone. If you care to leave your name and number, she'll give you a ring when she is home. Every time I call her, I got the message. Listen to her voice coming down the line. I couldn't speak to a tape recorder. I redialed it a number of times. 8535937. Angela, come make it to the phone. If you care to leave your name and number, please speak clearly after the tone. She'll give you a ring when she is home. I rang her this morning so very early. Same old message came down the phone. I should go and see if her house is empty. Maybe she's poorly, perhaps she's not home. 85359. So here you can hear, I mean, this feels a little different. It's 87, you know, a lot has changed in the music industry. A lot of people are using synth. It just sounds very good, you know, it still sounds good. And it was, I think, a great addition to music. That 80s flair, you know, those synthy drums, you know, and I don't know. And it sounds a little bit like, it reminds me a little bit of Wham, or George Michael, you know, that kind of like boyish, you know, band, you know. Yeah, totally. It reminds me a little bit more of 80s, you know, the whole vibe has kind of like shifted from the punk to the more like very, I don't know, like very commercial, for a sound that was just very successful, you know, for a lot of people. And it still works and it still sounds great, you know. So yeah, let's keep going. 8535937. Angela, come make it to the phone. If you care to leave your name and number, please speak clearly after the tone. She'll give you a ring when she is home. She's in Mill Hill, I'm in Bermondsey. It's the end of the earth on the northern line. Makes it so hard for me to see. One that I love but can never find. Got up a close friend who lives right by her. I got the message, he was out too. I got suspicious, are they together? I've got to find out that this isn't true. Oh, 8535937. 8535937. Very good. You know, The 80s must have been so frustrating for guitar players because I stopped it. Okay. Because I mean, did you hear that solo? That was maybe 5 seconds. It was, you were either in a band where your solo was like 5 to 10 seconds. Even Van Halen, you know, his solos were super short. Or you were in a band like, I don't know, Yngwie Malmsteen, where your solo was like 3 minutes long, you know, so you had to choose. And usually the ones with 3 minutes, you didn't make any money. So it's just like, you know, yeah, like it's, I don't know who came up with that. Hey, let's cut the guitars like very short. Like we need this time. We need the chorus to be on the radio as long as possible. Nobody cares about the guitar solo, okay? So yeah, I'm sure that happened, you know. Or maybe some producer was like, cut the guitar solo into like half. Even like with I think I've heard it. I have heard like a cut from oh god, I can't say the word. Okay, motel. You know, the very famous Motel song. That iconic solo was like cut in half, you know, because they just had to. I guess radio stations were like, your solos are too long, you know. Yeah. What crazy things. But yeah. All right. So yeah, this was definitely a little bit different. I loved it. But it was more like on the commercial side. Let's see what happens now with Some Fantastic Place. This is 90s. Okay, so this is mid 90s. This is like right in the grunge era, you know, when Pearl Jam and Nirvana were, you know, dominating the world. So let's hear this.
She gave to me her tenderness, her friendship and her love. I see her face from time to time there in the sky above. We grew up learning as we went what a voyage our lives could be. It took us through a wilderness into the calmest sea. Her smile could lift me from the pain I often found within. She said some things I won't forget. She made a few bells ring. So simple her humility, her beauty found in grace. Today she lives another life in some fantastic place. She showed me how to raise a smile out of a bed of gloom. And in her garden sanctuary, a life began to bloom. She visualized the world ahead and planned how it would be. She left behind the strongest love that lives eternally. When it's time for me to come her way, that she'll be there to show me around whenever comes that day. Her love was life and happiness, and in her steps I trace the way to live a better life in some fantastic place. Some fantastic place.
Okay, so this, like, honestly, I love it because it's not it's not, it doesn't sound 90s at all. It doesn't sound like what everybody was doing, you know. um Especially the rock, the grunge era and all that stuff. So this is, they still sound completely original, completely like themselves. I love the solo. See how like a little bit of time, like 6 years, changes the whole, like the whole style. Like maybe like in 87, solos were not popular. In the 90s, they came back. That was a beautiful solo. That was a beautiful played solo. Like almost like what, 40 seconds? I didn't really count, but I was just enjoying it. It was really good, you know, really tasty. I had some like nice little like runs in there, like some, you know, really, really good, really good. And then the keyboard came in, you know, changing the whole thing. Very cool. I love it. All right, let's go back.
Some fantastic place, some fantastic place, some fantastic place, some fantastic place.
I loved it. Very good. Okay, so I looked up the new song, the next song. The next song is from 1982. So this is pretty much, it looks like it's, the album is Sweets from a Stranger. It's a bonus track from 1982. And it looks like there's a play called Annie Get Your Gun. And there's other songs by with that name that's not by Squeeze. So all right, so we'll play that one as well, and then we're gonna play some Todd Rundgren. And I guess I chose, you know, something from the 80s just to kind of like, you know, I didn't want to like play anything from 2000s or from like 70s, because the whole marathon has this 80s vibe, you know, let's be honest. All right, here we go.
She's paused, it's a miracle.
that one, honestly, was the best one for me. I don't know, something about it was just, I guess the I don't know. It had that synthy feel, of course, because it's like, 82. But for me, that, I don't know, I guess it was my favorite one, you know? So, yeah, no, this band is just, this is a good time, to listen to Squeeze is just very satisfying, overall, I must say. So far, I mean, it's like the formula is so, it's catchy, it's short, it's good, it's just like, it's just a good time, like, I don't even know how to explain it. It's you, and I know you guys know what I mean, but I like it. I really like this band. I would put this on definitely, like, for any occasion. Great party music, driving music, just music in the background, I mean, any music we love is good music in the background, like even the most crazy jazz improv or whatever, is good if we love it. But I think this is just for maybe people that are not so into music so crazily, like they like, there's people that when they listen to some like crazy arpeggios being played or some unbelievable fast, like, like licks or solos or improvisations, and we get, goosebumps and stuff, but other people are like, oh my god, because they just don't, they're not into that. And it's understandable. There's a lot of people that don't grow up with music, and it's kind of like, and they don't even listen to it. There's actually people that don't listen to music at all. There's people that don't watch television, they only read books. And then there's people that don't read books. There's people that are never inside, or there's people that are always inside. They never go out for a walk, so I mean, there's all walks of life. But what I'm trying to say is that this music, I think, is easy for anyone to get into. Just even if you don't like music and you hear this, you're going to be like, yeah, I like it. It's just, it's not really that challenging or difficult to like or to get into. And I think that is a great thing. And if you can come up with music that is easy to, to, what's the word that I want to say? Yeah, to enjoy. If it's easy to like intake and enjoy, then perfect. Then you have created a great formula, because this is the masses, the majority of people like music that is like that, where they don't have to think too much. That's honestly the truth. That's why, unfortunately, bands that are amazingly talented and they play the craziest stuff and the most difficult stuff, they just don't make any money. That's unfortunately the truth. There's just a handful of bands that are successful that play music that's just like not that appealing, like, I don't know, like Dream Theater, or they're the millionaires, right? And the music is literally like, for a normal human being that doesn't listen to music or doesn't study music or is not into prog, it's noise, it's like, like, for me, that is like, wow, that is amazing. How are they doing that? And for some other person, it doesn't mean anything at all. It's just noise. It's annoying. Too many notes, like stuff like like in the movie Amadeus, like the guy, the Austrian, I think it was the Austrian king, right? He was like, he says when he was yawning, because Mozart was playing his opera, and he was yawning because it's like, yeah, you know, like I guess there's just too many notes in this, because there's only so many notes that a human can intake a day, which is obviously, you know, so nonsense. But it's just, I just see it so many times. I've seen it with friends, I've seen it with people that are my friends but they're not into music, and then of course I have to choose what to play in the car, something that is not gonna like freak them out, or you know. And obviously those are not my best friends, but it's sometimes the friends like Alexia's friends back in the day. Now, because she now is the same as me, she likes all this crazy stuff. But I remember being in the car and she's like, okay, play something like not so crazy, you know, so everybody can enjoy, you know, like kind of. So yeah, so that, I think Squeeze is a band that falls into that category, that you can just enjoy easily, and it's a good time. It still sounds amazing. They still have some great solos and ideas and great lyrics, and the voice is great. The bass playing is great. You know, everything is just good. Everything is really, really good, and it's what it has to be, you know. It's enough. So yeah, that's what I think about Squeeze. So now let's continue the marathon with something by the Warner Bros. This is Todd Rundgren, and I think this is the second most famous song by him that I haven't heard, because the third one. I have heard I Saw the Light. I think I've heard Hello, It's Me. I just remember, maybe not. But hey, doesn't matter. Bang the Drum All Day. That's the song we're going to do. And I hope you enjoy. Here we go.
I
I love it. Da, 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 da. So cool. Like, I have no idea what we just heard, but I like it. It's super catchy. I love the title. It says Todd Rundgren presents the ever popular tortured artist effect. I love it. And what it says here, this totally makes that's literally what we just heard. Like, I was like, I have no idea what this is, what style. It says a pop savant who fastidious, blah, blah. I don't know, but it says a pop savant who blank avoided easy categorization throughout the course of his career. See, because how can you categorize this music? It sounded like, yes, like umta 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 umta. That's just one song. I love that it was just almost like, you know, like almost like comedy, the whole thing. It was just very catchy, very fun. Everybody's having a great time. And it just, you know, it is what it is. It says here, let's see, Todd straddled the gap separating a mainstream star from a cult figure. Rundgren had plenty of hits in the 1970s and 80s, many of them becoming enduring contemporary standards, such as the Carole King Pastiche, I Saw the Light, and the ballads Hello, It's Me, and Can We Still Be Friends, plus the goofy novelty Bang on the Drums All Day. See, like, even he considers it, like I said, well, humorous or like funny or goofy, but it's great. It was just a lot of fun, and I think everybody would say that, oh, that's a funny tune, I love it, you know, that's it, yeah, put it on, let's get silly together. But yeah, like I said, this was great. Thank you so much again, JK. Let me know what you think. I mean, if you listen to them both, you know, the first Squeeze Marathon, let's see, let me take a look. So you can always type in, if you're looking for a song or anything, you can always type it in, and you'll find what I've reacted to before. So I did Squeeze Black Coffee in a different video, but the whole Squeeze like marathon where I only did Squeeze was and that was 43 minutes long, so about this length. And we did Tempted, Hourglass, Sunday Street, Another Nail in My Heart, If I Didn't Love You. So also by JK. So thanks again, JK, for sponsoring both videos. I hope you guys enjoy. Let me know what you think in the comment section. And I'll see you guys in the next one.